It's my birthday, and I'm really happy that you are here to celebrate my day today. Yeah, I wanted to actually do a birthday with you, birthday chat with you, and celebrate life. I did a poll, and I told you what you want to do on my birthday. And what we're doing is reflection. So I am reflecting. I have my drink with me. If you don't have your drink with you, get it. And we can cheers together. And otherwise, here, take a sip. It's just water. I don't drink alcohol, so that's why. Mm. Put in some blueberries. Nice glass because we're doing bougie today. I brought something for you guys. I brought all my journals of this year, and I'm going to look into this and reflect with you. So when you're set, you sit right. We're going to drink together. We're going to talk about my reflections, the shadow work that I've been doing. And please let me know when is your birthday in the chat. You can also give me something for my birthday. There's a super chat. So definitely support me. And yeah, let's get into it. So, how is everybody feeling? How are you feeling? I hope you're energized, happy for the day. I'm also wearing this nightgown because why not? And I have my favorite chocolate. So, if you see me chewing, you know why. Um, yes. So, I'm quite, this is the first time that I'm doing this. So I'm like, okay, how will this go? Let me sip some more water. Mm. So what I did today was I brought my journals and I highlighted them for the questions that I asked. And I wanted to tell you about the reflections and the things that I said to myself that have helped me enormously. And I also wanted to bring in something in the beginning already. Are you relaxed, by the way? Oh, hi, Karen. Thank you. Thank you, Karen. So I also brought in my journal, and this is my easy journal. So the first thing that I did when this year was actually create a journal, and I wrote every day what comes easy to me. It was the first thing that I did because everything was so hard. And I imagined that maybe, for the most of the people around the world, this was a year full of worry, a year full of, anxiety because you don't want to make anybody sick. You don't want to hug people. And I started the year in a lot of self isolation, and everything felt so hard, so heavy. And so I wanted something that I could remind myself this could be easy. Thank you, Valentina. So in this easy journal, I wrote down, in this book, I've written down what came easy to me. Open this book to see that everything you want is already here or easy to reach. To my future self, may life be as fruitful and easy like you know it is. And I wrote this, and every day I wrote down what comes easy to me. So on day one was communicating my frustrations. On day two was walking. On day three was make myself laugh. So really small things, and you can do it yourself. I'm actually matching my journal, but yeah, this was a key thing, and this really took me in this whole year of of honestly a lot of heavy stuff. And I actually didn't want to be sad. I didn't want to spend my year full of sadness. I didn't want to spend my year um, regretting the year. I didn't want that. I wanted to take care of myself. And I said to myself, this is the year where I go all out on myself. This is the year where I can be totally selfish And this little book helped me with that. Again, if what's your birthday? When are you? When is your birthday? Put it in the chat. I want to celebrate with you, and we're celebrating each other, of course. My birthday, your birthday. Every day is your birthday, honestly. So I wanted to first talk about one of the segments in this journal. So every journal is different for me. I'm gonna put in the lighting. I don't know if this helps. Does this help? Yeah, this helps a bit. So every journal is different. This is my daily journal. So this is the easy journal. Yeah, I have different types. This is my easy journal. Every day I write down one thing that comes easy to me. And this is my daily journal wherein I write about, I write prompts. So I write journal prompts. I make them myself. And on my birthday last year, I actually had a prompt. And my prompt was, what is your intention for this year? And my quote of this year is, it's tough, but you're tougher. And my intention for the year was journal every day. And I did that and spent myself with being kind for myself. And I think the last one, spend myself for being kind with myself. So spamming myself with being kind. Am I talking English right now? And it's so easy to be super harsh on yourself, but it's also so easy to think that shame yourself for having negative thoughts. And I actually had a bunch of negative thoughts. And everybody has that because 90% of your thoughts are negative. So what happened was that at first I was really shaming myself and I didn't understand, why am I so sad? Why do I have to be so negative? I didn't want that. And then on one day, I started going outside because for months I lived in self-isolation. You might have had this as well, but the problem with me, what I had was that I didn't want to lose any loved one. And I was, the coronachi, I was a bit scared of making other people sick, making my loved ones sick. So I isolated myself. And at a certain point, I said to myself, you know what? I need to go out. I need to go out. I need to do something and get some fresh air. So I started, first in the first month, just 1 month, one time I went to walk, and then bi-weekly, and then every week, and then multiple times in the week. And something that struck me in the first time that I was walking was that I saw a rotten apple in the dirt. And I don't have a lot of green. So it just, I saw it, I was like, oh. And I thought, you know what, every time I walk there and I saw it again, and I saw it again, and I saw it again. And at a certain point, what happened was that the apple was gone, but instead of the apple was flowers. And that was such a big revelation for me, was that actually I really thought of that metaphor for negative thoughts, because most of the times what happens is that the negative thoughts fuel our positive thoughts, right? We need negative thoughts to see the positive thoughts. And I think that was one of the, thank you. My fiance is in the chat. Thank you, baby. So we need those negative thoughts sometimes. We need it. And thank you, Amber. Cancer, yes. We know those negative thoughts to see the positive thoughts. To really look at why do we have those negative thoughts and how can we change that, and why are we actually thinking about that. So, yeah, I actually cherished my negative thoughts and made it something, um, you know, in this day and age where everybody's like, "Ugh, be positive and be gone." Sometimes having negative thoughts is not all that bad. It actually helps you get more insight in yourself. And I see there are multiple people watching this live. Please share a happy birthday comment. Hi, Angel, you're back. Whoop, whoop. And if you want to give me a donation, you can with the super chat. So definitely do that. Another thing that I reflected on this year is, and this is again from the daily journal. You see, I write a lot. Is what did rejection taught me? What did rejection taught me? I'm translating Dutch in English, so have a bit patience with me. Um, I'm gonna read it. I think that all that you want yourself. I think if you want something really badly, doesn't mean that you have the right to have it or get it. I realized that I got rejected a lot this year. And funny enough, not on anything love, not on my love relationships, but in my job, in my studies, my family, in my friends, in my mentors. I think that my rejections aren't as painful as my own hurtings of idolizing others and putting people on pedestals. There is a there is a certain rest with ending a chapter, not per se relieving yourself, but yeah, that's just it. It's the end. There's no buts, there's no forcing, there's no convincing that I'm worth it. I respect. I respect the boundary. I respect the no's. I respect the decision. It still hurts, but I wanted that people saw me how I saw them. I wanted to I wanted to be financially free. I wanted to sell out. Sorry. um, I realized that I wouldn't be here if I wouldn't be rejected as much as I did. And where I am right now, I'm so much further. And I can honestly say that rejection is redirection. So that's that. Oh my God. Heavy stuff, heavy stuff. But you wanted the reflection, so I gave it to you. So what I want to summarize of this page is that, hi Mel, thank you for the happy birthday. What I wanted to show you is that rejection taught me a lot, but I think the most part of the rejection part, what I had in the last year was that we sometimes put ourselves in a position to be rejected. We sometimes pave the way of getting hurt. And sometimes the rejection is just what we needed to end the chapter. Sometimes the no is what we needed. And sometimes most of the times, it brings a bit of peace, even though it hurts. So, thank you, Patricia, Elmoon, and Miss Germaine. Happy solo return, love. I love that. So, for the people in the chat right now, I am reflecting today on my birthday, on this past year. I've got all my journals with me, and we're sipping some water. You can bring some tea. You can bring some gin and tonic. wine, everything. Here, take a sip if you haven't. And I just went over two of my biggest reflections, which were rejection, and another one was, geez, getting older, my memory. Another one was that it's tough, but you're tougher. And we were talking about how negative thoughts fuel our positive thoughts and how it actually is sometimes a good thing to have negative thoughts. So that's that. I think I have another one. I put another sticker on it. Tell me your birthday in the chat. I'm going to celebrate you. Okay, so this is my daily journal. Ooh, you're sipping coffee? I like you. I see you. Okay. What is the real challenge for you? This one was a reflection I did after my birthday. Sometimes I come up with these questions and I write like full pages on it. I'm going to just share a bit of the page because I don't want to bore you out right now. What is the real challenge for you? For me, the real challenge is not obligating myself to do things. I must. Lovers, people that I find nice, give them boundaries, give myself boundaries, maintaining a routine. I think that I can answer this question on multiple ways, but I think the most challenging of the challenge is that I love challenges. I make games out of challenges. So as I now understand that this is my challenge, maybe I can make a fun game out of this. Maybe I can understand that not obligating myself is something that could be exciting. What is actually a challenge? Is it something that stops me from being active? Is it something that is correlated with my limiting beliefs? Or is it something that we just label as hard while it's actually really simple? Let's make a challenge out of making challenges fun. Could I do that? Okay. So that was the challenge part. Do you have challenges? What are your challenges? Let me know. I see Sherilyn's happy birthday, queen. Thank you. November 12th, May 12th, Miss Germaine. I love this. Okay, happy birthday to you too. Celebrating you with a little shake, a little shake, a little shake. I think that now is the time to grab the chocolates. What should I take? Caramel, praline, or just some vanilla? I'm gonna do basic. This is on your holiday. This is look at this. This is beautiful. This is a chocolate hole. Okay. Praline, really soft inside, really good. Okay. Really good. February 12th. All these 12s in here. Is this a sign? Honestly. Happy B-Day, Valentina. Happy birthday. Thank you, Moo Milk. It looks delicious. It is delicious. He got it for me, by the way. Sherilyn, my challenge is to prioritize myself and stay consistent. Okay. So as we just discussed, maybe you can try to look at how can you make prioritizing yourself and staying consistent something fun, something exciting? How can you make that a game? I want to know. Let me know. Thank you, Amber. July 20th. Hello, fellow Cancer. By the way, if you want to give me a birthday present, you can fill in a donation in the super chat. Okay, so I'm done with my daily journal. Done. It's done. We're going over to my manifesting journal. Can you hear this? This is ASMR for you guys. On this journal this is my lucky journal. Lucky notebook, but it's my journal. So I have 2 stickers. So we're going to discuss 2 things, 2 reflections. And I feel like this is my letter to myself. Yes. So in this journal, there's mostly only letters to myself. Okay. The first letter. This was a week after my birthday. So that's about almost 12 months ago, of course. Dear Aisha, I'm proud of you. You're doing great. I'm thankful that I have you in my life. I wake up and I enjoy the day. I'm motivated to work. I'm happy that I use all of my knowledge, all of my perseverance. I do research to myself. I do research on myself. And I shine every time as I find something new. I have a house what serves as a safe space, an office, and a happy dance studio. I let everything go what doesn't serve me. I'm consistent and my actions speak louder than my words. I am loyal to myself. I am loyal to myself. I'm lucky and I'm blessed. I'm grateful for the universe and I love the universe. So at this point, this was one of those days where everything went wrong, where I felt so disappointed in myself. And I wrote this down because everything in this book is the total opposite of what I'm experiencing at that moment. So it's interesting because at that point, I was so disappointed in myself. When I read this now, it's like, this is my now reality. But at that point, I was burned out. I wasn't eating. So I lost about 10 kilos. I don't know how much that is in stones, but I lost a lot of weight. I couldn't sleep. And I was just done with myself. You have those times that you're just done. And I just started doing YouTube because I was looking around on YouTube and I found all these spaces, all these people doing affirmations, but nobody looked like me. Nobody sounded like me. And I felt, when you're in a crowded room and you're in that crowded room, but you still feel alone. I felt like I was in this whole new space, in this loving new house. I had moved just in my dream house. I'm living in it right now. And I couldn't enjoy it because I felt so sad and alone in my sadness, And having like a house that feels like a home, like a safe space, somewhere that I could fully enjoy myself, where I'm working, where I build a freaking community with you. We're at 6K. We're almost at 7K. This is us. And we started at 1K and we're now at 7K in 1 year almost. And I'm actually proud of myself. So I'm happy that I wrote this down and to be like, this is now my reality. So manifesting works, writing down works. And also, I was talking about how I'm excited for the day, and that sometimes we have the feeling that we needed to be excited for the day to have like different types of things in place to be excited, right? But we don't have to do that. Of course we don't. We don't have to be excited at that way. We don't have to have different things in place to be excited. We don't. Um, I'm nowadays finding exciting things in probably the most ordinary things. Honestly, me putting these blueberries in this glass, it looks a bit blurry, it looks a bit nasty, but it's because I sprinkled a bit of lemon in it. I like some lemon in my water. And I put some blueberries. I was like, "Oh my god, blueberries in this water." Hello. Mm. Mm. Let me do the wine water tasting with you. Mm. Divine. So I see a few more messages. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Shaky, for the birthday wishes. August 3rd. Love it. Celebrating you. Okay, that was my little celebration. Um, Ms. Germain, my challenge is to be more flexible in life. As an earth sign, I can be resistant to change. I find that one interesting because we're constantly changing. And so actually, I feel like there's a lot of resistance to change when we make it something that is, when we're super focused on wanting to change, wanting to grow, wanting to do things, want. And when we want something, that means that we lack it, right? We lack. Because if you don't want it, you probably already have it most of the times. So recognizing that we don't have to change, but we're already changing. And this is sounding super woo, super spiritual, but understanding that you're constantly already changing. And when we understand and we become aware of changes as normal as a day, every day, even our body changes every freaking day. So, and if I look at myself, I don't know if you see this, I'm gray. I'm super gray. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with being super gray at such a young age. So I think it's a beautiful thing that you're aware of change. And it's a beautiful thing that we are able to do it, even though you sometimes feel resistant. Charlene, wow, great transformation. Thank you for being so open and vulnerable. You're welcome. Tiana Murray, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you. Ariane Nicole, happy birthday. Happy born day. Ooh, I'm feeling so happy. I'm feeling so giddy right now. Thank you all for making me feel so special on our birthday. This is our shared birthday and celebrating us. Okay. Ariane Nicole, wisdom. The gray looks good on you. It's a sign of wisdom. Yes. Wisdom. Sip on that with me. Another time. Another sip. Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to do the last thing, and I hope that you have some questions for me so I can answer them for you. Just put them in the chat and I will answer them. Put your most biggest reflections of your birthday or of this year in the chat as well. And we can just vibe together. We can just talk together. This is our little getaway type of thing. So, okay. So at the last part, what we talked about was manifesting and talking to yourself and realizing that every time, and this is just what we said about the change, right? Where I was in the beginning was that all the things that I wrote down was feeling as if I was talking to a stranger. But now when I look at the words that I write down as my reality, I embody that, which is amazing. Another reflection what I made this year is, what habits do you need to let go to become the person you want to be? And I find this one interesting because I sometimes, when I look at these questions, I make them myself though. But the habits that I needed to let go to become the person that I want to be. I wrote down different things. So I'm gonna if you write down in the chat what habits you need to let go, if you want. If you don't, it's okay. I still love you. Okay, so the first thing that I wrote down was stop downplaying myself. And yeah, this one is a major one. I was used to downplaying myself for years. That was just my pattern, just trying to be humble, knowing that I could do awesome things, but always downplaying myself because I was afraid of judgment. I was really afraid of judgment. I was really afraid of how will people look at me, right? If I own up, this is me. I'm a straight up 10. I'm a straight up 10. I do things great. Some things I suck at, that's fine. That's totally fine. But this is me, and I'm a 10. And could like full-heartedly say this right now. I would almost puke. I would almost vomit a year back because I just didn't believe that. I believed I was confident in the way I could communicate. But sometimes sometimes when you enter a room, all these intelligent people or all these people that, have all these experiences, and I felt like I didn't have those. So I was extra downplaying myself. Or if I was in a room where there were people that weren't as far as I was in different areas, I would downplay myself so they wouldn't feel bad. I don't know where I was with my head right there, but I'm not there anymore. I know that this community we built together, but I put in work. And I love my affirmations. We're doing a very great job together. And yeah, I'm here. Like, I'm here. I won't downplay myself. Okay, another habit that I needed to let go was stopping to overshare because I felt uncomfortable or didn't know how to react. Let me know if this was you or if this is you, because I used to do this. I used to overshare. Like when there's like a moment of silence, I was like, what will happen now? So I would try to fill in the gaps. Ooh. Not a great look. And sometimes we think that oversharing is creating a connection, but oftentimes, we're not creating a connection. We're not. And we're sharing things that we actually wouldn't want people to know. But we're sharing it also with the wrong reasons because we want to silence the silence, right? We want to stop the silence. So we chat. And sometimes it can bite you in the freaking back. And I had that with someone I knew, and I felt really comfortable with her. But there were some moments where we didn't talk, And then, my God, what came out of my mouth were things that were for me, this book and the universe. For no one else, for no one else. And so if you're there, I want to give you the tip, this huge tip that I got somewhere. I don't remember where, but stuck in my mind. And what it was don't tell people things that you wouldn't want to see on a newspaper cover. I'm going to repeat myself. Don't tell people things that you don't want to be published on a newspaper cover, because people share as well. People are like, don't tell it to anyone else, but I know so-and-so did this. And then that person is again, don't tell it to anybody else, but so-and-so. Let's not be that person, but also not be the oversharing person. Protect your energy, protect your vibe, protect your things that needed to be protected. Cynthia, yes, downplaying and dismissing things I actually deserve because I don't want people to think I'm cocky. And girl, oversharing is a big one for me too. Ooh. I'm telling you, if I can learn to stop oversharing, you can do it too. Or maybe, yeah, with some work. Let's not be that girl. Be like, I'm this, so you can have. No. Let's do the work. Try to stop with the first thing that I did with the oversharing part. I let the silence be. I just enjoy silences right now. Sometimes I'm like, and I feel like that may be due to meditating so much. I meditated my ass off. I meditated too much. So being silent really is good. Shaky, that sounds like you had a problem with people pleasing, but I'm proud of you that you let go of that. Yes. I had a major problem with people pleasing. I even wrote that down. Stop people pleasing. I had a major problem with people pleasing because I thought when you give, and when you please, people will give back to you. And honestly, that's such a overrated comment, because I hear that advice a lot of times, especially by elderly. But people don't. In this time and age, people take. They take and they take and they take until there's nothing left sometimes. So I stopped people pleasing and I started pleasing myself. And another thing that I really learned was, when you say yes to someone else, but you mean no to yourself, you're lying. You're a liar, because you actually don't want to do it. And still you say yes. So, pleasing myself only. I'm number one priority. Yes. By the way, for the people just joining this chat, we're reflecting together. I'm loving it, actually. I'm almost done. The last habit that I had was, don't hide yourself because of your insecurities. I think this one is a major one. I used to think that, yes, my voice is okay, but it's not as beautiful. It's not as soothing. It's not what people want to hear, maybe. And I did it. I still made affirmations and meditations. I don't know how many videos, but a lot. I feel like almost 100. We're getting almost to 100 affirmations and meditations. And you see what happens when you don't hide, because your insecurities are like chatting you on. No, I show up imperfect every day. I'm going to eat another chocolate. going for this one. This one looks good. Okay. I feel like, by the way, you probably didn't know this, but I used to do makeup and do like makeup YouTube. I used to always be like, hi, different shots of the product, which nobody cares about, honestly. Do you care? No. Mm-mm. You just want to know what product is it and done. But I feel like this is, it smells even so, chocolates smell good. Wow, I feel the opposite. Like my voice is too soothing, too feminine, and afraid that in some space people won't take me seriously. What do you do to overcome that? Let me put down. No, let me take one bite, and I'm gonna come back to you, Cynthia. Do you see this caramel filling? Yeah, I'm gonna put this down for one bit. So, what I did was understand that people will. You can't control people's reactions. You can't. But what you can control is how you react when you notice that people don't take you seriously. When does it happen? Does it happen when, does it happen instantly, right? When you walk in a room? Because sometimes we think there are opposite things. We assume things, right? We mind read people and be like, oh, you think this of me. Oh, you think that of me. But it doesn't always have to happen like that. Sometimes it's maybe not your voice. It's maybe the way you dress. It's maybe the way, maybe it's not your tone of your voice because you're telling me it's too soothing. And it could be, right? It could be. But maybe it's also that you don't speak up about things because you're so consciously thinking about your voice as it being an obstacle that that's what holds you back to really show your knowledge, to really show, this is me, right? So first of all, understand that your feminine energy is power. Your voice is power. What I notice when people's voice are very soothing is that I listen. Because when people are you zoom out. When people talk slowly, you zoom in. And what I personally did, when I wanted to be taken more seriously, was actually listen and ask questions. I stopped trying to prove myself. I started just to be the listener and ask questions. And this is sounding so simple, but it baffles me how many people don't ask questions. How many people try to be like the eagle, try to be like, ooh, in your face. And the most memorable people are the people who actually give you the feeling that they understand where you came from. So I was actually first working, now I'm a coach, by the way. I'm doing meditations as well, meditation sessions, that sort of thing. But I used to be a project leader, and I was the youngest in the team. I was the only Black female. And what happened was that I noticed that people didn't take me seriously. I did notice that. And how did I notice that? Was certain comments that they made. Someone said, oh, you're just a student or you're just an intern, while I was working there as a project leader. Just really, I'm glad I'm not back. But what I actually did, first of all, I always corrected them when they were being harsh. I corrected them. when I talked, I would always make sure that what I said was actually a bonus to the conversation. The questions that I made were actually a bonus to the conversation. And I would always add a different type of insight. So maybe everybody is talking. With me, it was a tech company. So everybody was talking about, I don't know, everybody was talking about the new social media platforms. Then I would look at, okay, there are new social media platforms, but they were all talking about the technical side. Then I would look at, okay, this happened this week in articles in the news. I would bring that up. I have a psychology background. Put in also the psychology extra. And people listened because my voice was different. My knowledge was different. That's what you want, actually. When you want to be taken seriously, you need to add something to the conversation. You need to be, because you're the weird one out, because you're, your voice is too soothing, you're very feminine. Use that feminine energy as your power. So use to ask. Always, when you start something, do a bit of research. Sometimes you don't have to speak immediately, but then come in with just one extra insight that they didn't talk about or was just different, because most of these meetings, they're saying the same thing and the same thing and the same thing over and over again without implementing anything. So notice that, observe what is happening, and just bring that insight. And sometimes it's okay if people don't take you totally seriously. It's okay. We don't have to be, we don't have to always be the person that is, put on as that expert or put on as that. It's okay sometimes. So don't mind that. I hope I answered your question. If I didn't, please let me know. Illustrious RG, happy birthday, sis. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Ariane, how people see you is a reflection of them. So true. How people see you is a reflection of them. And sometimes people project their own insecurities to you. So maybe, I feel like also your judgments, right? I used to think that you needed to dress a certain way to be taken seriously. That was me. I used to always wear blacks and whites. I don't wear that as much anymore. Blacks and whites, blazers, which are really uncomfortable, because I thought that that was the way to be looked as professional. But professional is not one look. Even if you can, wear those outfits, even if you're talking loud, you still can't be taken seriously. It just is about the people, and some people just don't want to listen to you. Some people don't want to listen to you. So those were my reflections. I've been rambling on for almost an hour, but we're okay. This is our birthday. I want to chat with you. And I want to state that the last part is that I'm just going to summarize everything that I was talking about. So number one, negative thoughts fuel your positive thoughts. Don't shame them, learn from them. The second part was manifesting works. Write down what you want in your life and read it a year later to just see that what used to be foreign for you can become your reality. What did I talk about as well? I'm getting older. I told you. Don't downplay yourself. You deserve to be seen, and you deserve to be confidently talking about yourself. Don't overshare. Don't overshare if you don't want something to be on the cover of a magazine. If you don't want to see it, don't talk about it. And I think one of the other majors is, let me go back. If you experience challenges, make them fun. Make your challenges fun. Because the difference between something that is hard and something that is easy is how fun we make it. So, if you have something else to share, if you want to wish us a happy birthday still, I'm here. I'm drinking my water. I'm going to eat my chocolate. This is a good one. Really good one. I'm really enjoying myself. I'm heading out. Thank you all for reflecting with me, for staying here with me, for being such a joy to us. To us. You're here. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Have a great morning. Everything great. And we're going to have a great freaking year. Can't wait. Bye. Oh, groeten uit Rwanda. Wat leuk. Thank you. Angel, thank you. I love you, sister, and enjoy your birthday. Thank you. Cheers, cheers. We'll speak soon.